Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of Conan the Barbarian. Now, this movie is directed by Marcus Nispel, who brought us Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, and Pathfinder, which is exactly what this movie felt like. Now, the movie stars Jason Momoa from TV's Stargate Universe, with Ron Perlman, Rose McGowen, Stephen Lang, and Rachel Nichols. So, Conan the Barbarian is now in 2011. He's bigger, badder, more violent, but the real question is, was it better? In my opinion, no. Granted, the cast was pretty set. I mean, it had different people from all sorts of different movies. I mean, Jason Momoa, who's a newcomer in this role, played the big tough guy role pretty well, but his character as Conan was just that. It was a barbarian. He wasn't very likable. I mean, he wasn't too attractive, I guess. But all he did was swing a sword. I mean, there's really no character development in his role at all. I mean, with your classic revenge story, how can there be? And then you have Rachel Nichols as the damsel in distress throughout the whole movie, and she plays your typical, princess, sacred virgin who doesn't really know how to do anything, and then at the end of the movie becomes a badass with, no morals. Didn't make any sense. You had Rose McGowen as, the witch, sorceress, daughter of the bad guy. And her role was pretty well. I mean, it was a lot different from anything she'd played before, so it was good for her. Stephen Lang, who played the villain in Avatar, looked like a villain, but he really didn't act like one because his character, all he did was talk. There really wasn't anything to show, hey, this guy's a badass, he's got some skills, and when it comes time for his fight with Conan, it's going to be off the charts. And it really wasn't. I mean, I understand that his character and the actor portraying him was up there in age, but still, I mean, he could have been a sorcerer or new magic or something that would have made him a tougher opponent. And then you have Ron Perlman playing Conan's dad. And I hate to say it, but for me, the first half hour, 45 minutes of the movie, when it shows Conan as a young boy and he's interacting with his father, to me that was the best part. I mean, not only was that, shown a lot more than it was in the Arnold movies, but I mean, I really like the connection with Conan and his father. It's just a shame that it had to be severed. And the first half hour was really bloody and really violent, and going into the movie, I was like, okay, this is cool. This is a new and improved, revamped Conan, but somewhere along the middle of the movie, the violence kind of stopped. I mean, it just turned into, your typical sword swinging and a villain going back, implying that he got sliced or hurt, but it was like it turned into this 300-looking movie and ended up like Prince of Persia. So, I mean, if you guys like violence and you like, dark, grittier version of the Arnold movies, then you guys might like it. But for me, I mean, I just left the theater going, that was new and improved. So, if I had to rate this movie from 1 to a 5, man, I'm giving it anywhere from a 2.5 to a 3 just because I wanted to be blown away by this. I mean, you had a newcomer stepping into the role that was, iconic with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he just ended up looking dumb and goofy. So, I don't really recommend it, but if you guys want some action to see towards the end of the summer season, check it out. So, till next time, guys, see ya.